Hello, Gobby Gaffer here again. And how is everything going with you today? Good? Good. I'm glad to hear it. Here at AFC Fylde, struggling a little bit for consistency. We're still mid-table, which is what the board wanted basically, or, top half of the table. So we're doing okay, but a little bit more consistency would be really good. I've kind of been having a look through the squad, doing a little bit of thinking, and I don't know whether playing quite a lot of young players in a new league. I mean, Kwamina is a really good example because he's been brilliant in the lower leagues, and now we're in Sky Bet League 2, he's not so great. So I've decided to have a little bit of a clear out, and that's been forced upon me a little bit. I did start the season with quite a big squad, and that's kind of come back to bite me a little bit because trying to get some consistency and playing more or less the same team all the time with one or two, little shufflings around. A lot of my players have not been happy, so they've come to me, knocked on my door, want to move. So there has been quite a lot of goings, one or two come-ins, quite a lot of goings. I'm trying to bring a bit more experience into the team. But before we do that, let me just show you how we've been doing, and let's have a look at the schedule. So I have played quite a lot of football since you were last with me. We went away to Colchester, got beat 2-1. And then we invited Bradford City to Mill Farm, got beat 2-0. Stockport away, we beat them 3-2. And then we had a couple of nice little games there where we played Southend as well, beat them 2-1. Then we invited Northampton to Mill Farm, got a 1-1 out of that, not ideal. And then we went away to Gillingham and got absolutely battered 5-2. As you can see, Jastrzemski is scoring a few goals. Charman is chipping in a little bit here and there, so I've not lost all hope in Luke Charman. Next game was Colchester at home. We beat them 3-1, and then we've had two fairly disastrous results. Forest Green, they beat us 2-1, and Doncaster, they beat us 1-0. And so with that, at the moment, we sat slap bang in the middle of the division. We're in 12th place, and we've played 28 games and got 41 points. Unfortunately, when you were last with me, we'd actually played a game less than everybody. That catch-up game would have taken us right to the top of the playoff positions. We actually lost that game, so that never happened. And now we've actually played a game more than everybody else. So potentially, I mean, we wouldn't drop if Forest Green won their game in hand. We wouldn't drop, I don't think. Well, unless they score a bag full of goals. And the other slight problem I'm finding at the moment as well now is that obviously, in amongst all of my thoughts about where the club is heading, where we're at now, the ambition for the club, I'm trying to bring in better players, better staff. I'm being blocked all the time now. I've actually just been in and asked the board, can I have some more wages for the coaching staff? And I think the wages were £750 a week. That was the ceiling. And that's actually been raised to £850, £950 a week. Most of the new coaches that I'm trying to bring in want well over £1,000. So I'm still not able to do that. I've just been looking for a new goalkeeping coach. Some of the goalkeeping coaches want over £2,000 a week, and they're the level that we need to be at. Our goalkeeping coach ceiling is £850 a week. So I am hitting a little bit of a buffer at the moment. Playing wise, like I say, I've tried to bring in some more experienced players and better players for the league that we're in. I've just tried to bring in Ian Pervader on a free transfer. And as you can see, his stats are absolutely brilliant. And, he would have been coming in as like a 4-star inverted winger, would have taken us to the next level player-wise. Unfortunately, like I say, free transfer, his wage demands when I first went in for him were $2,100 a week. Board wouldn't allow that. So I left it a little bit. I left it a few weeks actually, And then it came up again on the scout report, went back in for him. He then lowered his wage demands a little bit to the point where I could afford him. I had to give an awful lot away in goal bonuses and all of that kind of thing. But eventually we came to an agreement on a really expensive contract. And I thought, okay, this is great. This is the way forward. So we offered him the contract, and given that he'd been on he'd been on a free transfer for months. He'd been coming up on my scout alerts for months and months. As soon as we bid for him, about 8 clubs came in for him. He then came back to me and said that Forest Green had come in for him, and we're offering him £3,000 a week wages. Way, way, way above our... And bearing in mind, Forest Green are the team who are challenging us for that 12th position. And they actually paid it. So, in the end, he went to Forest Green, and we didn't get him. And I am actually coming up against that a little bit now. So, financially, although Fylde are a reasonably wealthy club, and in the National and in the National North, we were one of the better off clubs. Sky Bet League 2, not so much now. So I am struggling a little bit with playing staff and coaching staff. And to be fair, other staff members as well, medical, scouting. I'm struggling a little bit with all of that now. So as you can see on the transfer front, obviously this is going back to last August, but quite a few of the players that I signed early doors in my tenure with at Fylde have now moved on. So if we go down to like August, Rizzulo left, Sam Hale, Tafari Moore, who I signed, he's gone on loan to Woking, Hugel, Corness, who I signed, he's gone out on loan, he was having a moan. Alex Whitmore, who was our team leader, he went to Boreham Wood for $25,000. Seb Ferdinand, who is one of the up-and-coming young kids, he's gone out on loan. Conor McDermott, I signed 2 players at the same time for the right wing-back role. He wasn't happy that he wasn't getting game time, had a real whinge, so he's gone out on loan to Solihull Moors. Joe Rowley, the right winger, he's gone to Birmingham for $45,000. Bolger, who I signed, to be fair, I did say at the time I didn't know whether I'd overpaid for him. He came in for quite a lot of money. He's actually gone to Bohemians for overall $22,000, which is quite a big loss and not one of my finer moments. So you can see there quite a lot of players have gone out. Currently now in this transfer window, because we are in January, there's 3 players have come in. So Dele Bashiru has come in on a free. Callum MacDonald has come in from Stockport for $205,000, and Joe Williams has just arrived on a free. So if you have a look at Bashiru, he's coming in as a Mazzala. He's a 3-star with the potential to be 4. Decent stats, but he's got what we really need now is we need some experience, like I say, in the team. We need experienced heads who, if we go 1-0 down or the game's not going quite well, who can, do a bit of talking and guide the younger players through. So he's coming in and he's gone straight into the team. I've been talking for quite a while now about the left wing back role. So I've gone to Stockport and I've signed Callum MacDonald. He's a 3-star, potential to be 3.5. He's in his prime years, but again, it's experience. And hopefully he'll give us a little bit more or a lot more than Kwame has been giving us. Young lad out there, still learning his trade. So Callum MacDonald, yes, he's coming from Stockport. And also Joe Williams has just arrived as well. He's coming on a free. He's now got a value of between 2.2 and 3.3 million. So, maybe not a bad signing this one. At 28 years old, he's 3-star. He's overall physically very, very good, mentally excellent, technically very, very good, and he's going to come in as a box-to-box midfielder, and he will be alternating that role with Rossiter. So today we're going to try and squeeze 3 games in again. We've got the FA Cup 3rd round tie against Brighton, hoping for a sellout in that one, and as I've said before, would have been nicer if it would have been an away game for us. Possibly brought us a bit more money in, but, you know, we have to play with what we're given. And then we've got an away game at Stevenage, who are in the relegation area. And then we have a home game against Chesterfield, who are currently sitting top of the Sky Bet League 2. So let's get into it, shall we? Well, when the FA Cup third round comes round, it's always an exciting little time, isn't it, really? So, team for today, we've got Chibwes in goal, back four of Casada Thorne, Davies, Kokori and Gibbons. Dixon Bonner is going to be the deep line playmaker today. We've got Mundle and the new lad Williams in midfield. Kumas and Wright Phillips are the inverted wingers, with Jastremski as the striker today. Well, needless to say, a win today is not essential, but financially it would be very, very nice. I mean, we're never going to win the FA Cup, are we? But, you know, I mean, in this round, a home tie would have been... and we're given a penalty away within 3 minutes. Yeah, a home tie in... an away tie at a big Premier League club financially would have been absolutely brilliant, but unfortunately we've got a home tie against a Premier League club. So we're 1-0 down against the Premier League team. We've not even got going yet. Corner to Brighton. Chibwes just flaps at that one. We're now 2-0 down. So 2-0 down. I've gone quite defensive today, and maybe not the right tactic, I don't know. I thought we'd try and keep it tight. We've not had one shot on goal yet. We have no XG whatsoever. And Brighton are absolutely running all over us. Yep, couldn't pick that one up. Mind you, we've never been good at picking headers up in a forward position. It's never been a good trait of ours. No, again, we've lost that header again. Just don't seem to be able to... That long ball up. We've been caught out. I mean, the games that I played off camera, again, we were caught out with a long ball over the top, and just defeats all our team, drops behind the centre-backs, and the centre-forward just runs in, sticks it in the back of the net. We just don't seem to be able to stop them kind of goals. But then when we try and do it, we can't do that. The ball never drops over the centre-half, and when we try to head the ball and get possession, we lose it every time. We're really, really not good at it. I mean, I've got us on a really short passing game today as well. Don't hoof the ball. But it's not working, is it? Half an hour played and we're 2-0 down. Can we pick that ball up? No. We're absolutely awful in the air. Absolutely awful, and we're 3-0 down. Even corners. We actually scored a corner in one of the last games that we played. We scored a headed corner, and I think that's the first one we've scored all season. I've got all my settings right. All my big lads are all up there for the corners. Nothing. We cannot head a ball for toffee. So this is going, very, very, very scripted again. Can we say that? Football Manager? Very, very scripted again. No giant killing to be seen here. And, I mean, what's going on? Worst halves of football I've ever seen. So, what are we going to do about that? We're going to bring Charman on. We're going to stick him up top. We're going to put Wright Phillips up top. Charman's going to play as the advance forward. Wright Phillips is going to play as an advance forward. Jaskremski is going to play as a target forward. And we're going to bring Odin Bailey on for Kumas. We're going to stick him there as an advanced... no, we'll play him as a shadow striker. And we're going to change. So we're going to go... Everything's going to go long now. Even though we're not great at heading. We're 3-0 down. What's the worst that can happen? We're going to lump the ball forwards. Distribute over. Yeah, counter press. Right, so my team tactics, formation and everything are completely turned on its head now. Playing defensive didn't work. Let's just chuck the kitchen sink at it now. So we're into the second half now. Our XG is, well, we haven't got one. We've not had a shot. Obviously nothing on target. And Brighton are absolutely demolishing us. And they've just hit the post. And it's another Brighton highlight. Another Brighton highlight. What are they going to do with this one? Oh, that's a very strange move. Right, Bailey on the ball, on the right hand side. Can we actually get a 0.01 of XG? Can we? Is that even possible? Charman with the ball. Slides it in. Right, Phillips in the back of the net. We're back in this game. We're going to win this 4-3 now. Mark my words. 4-3, here we come. And fourth round, here we come. For a game against Liverpool at Anfield. You heard it here first. Come on. We're going to go very attacking. We're going to go, we're going to encourage them. Charman, free kick to nobody. But Bailey's going to pick that up. No, he's not. He's just said to Mitrovic, you know what? I don't really fancy it today. Here, go on. Have a run at him. Anybody interested at all? Anybody interested? Bailey with the ball. Can he do a little bit better this time? Slides the ball forward for Jastrzemski, who sticks the ball in the back of the net for 3-2. 3-2. Do I need to take this one on the chin a little bit? Have I come out with the wrong tactic? Being very defensive and just trying to keep it nice and tight? I mean, I suppose we are at home. The best chance we've got of winning this game is to play at home and play really attacking. 3-2. Okay. Come on, lads. We can do this. Can we have another one for 3-3? Trying to give you a bit of encouragement here on the touchline. Right, he's going to hoof this very, very long. Oh, I mean, that's some kick, isn't it? No, it's not really. That was to nobody. Played. Come on, somebody pick that ball up. Right, lads, we're not going to score a third, are we, if they've got the ball? Okay, last throw of the dice. I changed my midfield too. So Del Bashirou's come on in midfield with Gower. And I've changed my right wing back. Cousins Dawson has come on. Let's see if we can actually throw the kitchen sink at this now. Fresh legs on. We've actually started playing a bit. We've got an XG of 0.98 now. We've had 5 shots, 3 on target. Although, to be fair, Brighton are still outplaying us. Come on, we need to be switched on. It's a Premier League team we're playing. That's it. Keep them. No. Oh, it's a good save by Chibuez. Or was he offside? Right, come on, lads. Come on. Give them a bit more encouragement. Can we get this third? Casada Thorne. Gower just stood there and said, I don't know whether I want to run anymore, really. And yet, look at Brighton's running. Just outside the post. Another throw-in. Casada Thorne. Bailey. Bailey into the box. That's coming back to Bailey again. Bailey, second bite of the cherry. No. Davis. Casada Thorne. What's he going to do with this? Back to Davis. Header. Gower's picked the ball up. Kukuri to nobody. And that's been a lot of our bad play this season. That's a real element of our play where we just stick that ball forward to nobody. It's either a very poor ball or people up front are just, there's no movement. Can we get hold of this ball at all? Because if we're going to get this equaliser, oh well, it was a nice dream, wasn't it? You know, nice dream to come back and beat Brighton, but then, of course, that wouldn't be running to script, would it? So I don't think I'm allowed to say that really, but okay, we've got knocked out of the cup in the third round. For a team like Fylde, no big disgrace. I'm going to say you did yourselves proud today, and they all look delighted by that. So I suppose that tells you the level that we're at, you know, when we're delighted to have had no XG whatsoever, even into the second half. I mean, we picked it up once I changed the tactic. We picked it up a little bit, but sometimes, you know, it's not all about tactics. It's about the players on the pitch and whether they're willing to do it for you. And from what I saw today, not good enough, really. Oh well, we're out of all the cups, and could be a blessing in disguise. At least we'll be able to do hopefully a little bit of consolidation in Sky Bet League 2 and try and push ourselves up that league. So we've not got as many games to play now. Player fitness should be a little bit better. So onward and upwards, and we'll see you in the dugout for the Stevenage game. We'll see you shortly. Well, welcome to the Lamex Stadium for this game against Stevenage, who are 23rd in the division, so easy peasy this one, shouldn't it? You know, 4-0, 4-0. Shall we go 4-0? Team for today, Chibueze in goal, back four of McDonald, so we get a first chance to have a look at McDonald today. McDonald, Simew, Wiggett and Gibbons, Bashiru and Rossiter in midfield. The two wingers today are Kumas and Wright Phillips, with Jastrzemski and Charman up front. Trying a little bit of something different today, two-striker system, see whether that works or not. So first highlight of the game, and Simew just gives the ball away to Rose. Rose is going to come down that side there, but Wiggett's going to pick it up in the middle of the defence. Nice header down to Wright Phillips. Wright Phillips is going to swing that in. What a lovely goal from Jastrzemski. Oh, but it's been flagged off. Why wouldn't it be? Okay, fair dues. You know which side your bread's butter, don't you, sometimes? 13 minutes in, Bashiru, free kick to nobody. Headed back to their keeper. Big hoof out. We actually win the header, but straight to List on their right-hand side. McDonald picks the ball up. Bashiru. McDonald again. Back to the keeper. Little bit of news. Isted. Let's just watch this. Can we put that in? We can. Jastrzemski. And it stands. We're winning 1-0. Yeah, a little bit of news. Isted came to me and he said, not getting enough game time, boss. I mean, I've been alternating between him and Chibueze, the young lad. It's not been ideal. We don't really have a top-class number one goalkeeper. Anyway, he came to me and he said, I'm not happy, I want to leave. So he's actually gone. We sold him yesterday. So we really have no number one goalkeeper now. And it's not the most ideal situation, if I'm honest. The whole kind of not being able to spend money and wage limits are affecting me quite badly. So what I was saying in the last game about us not being able to head a ball, Simew there has really risen quite nicely onto that one. Simew into the back of the net for a 2-0. Very nice indeed. Bobbing on to half time now. At least we've had an XG this game. 0.72. Come on, somebody pick that ball up. No, that was poor. Very, very poor. Needed a little bit more enthusiasm. Problem at the moment is my dynamics are absolutely on the floor. Player happiness is, well, I haven't really got any. Very, very nearly got one back there, Stevenage. But we'll take a 2-0 going into half time. Dressing room, we're going to say you're doing brilliantly. Keep it up. And we're into the second half. I mean, it's not been the most exciting game. We've had 5 shots now, 2 on target, XG of 0.90. Slightly ahead on possession. A little bit more energy there, getting to that ball. Rossiter. Whoa. Wiggett drops the ball over, and that's poor, but we've actually picked the ball up again. Kumas through to Luke Charman, and he's popped that in the back of the net. And I know I've complained quite a lot about Luke Charman. That's his 15th of the season. So, to be fair, not too shabby in this league. So, 3 subs. I brought Bailey on the wing in place of Wright Phillips. Williams is going to come on for a little bit more game time in midfield. And I brought Harry Davis on at the back. So, we're playing the ball around nicely, as long as we don't give the ball away. Rossiter, nice ball to Bashiru, out to MacDonald. MacDonald to Simew. We're getting some olays from the crowd as well. Very, very nice. That must mean we brought some travelling fans with us. But that one's straight over the top and is in the back of the net. Okay, the subs have now come on, so we've freshened up a little bit. 3-1. 10 minutes to play. We should have this fairly comfortably now. But Stevenage have a corner. So we headed that one away, but it's coming straight back at us again. Westbrook with a shot. What a save by Chibwes. Nice save. That didn't result in a corner for some obscure reason. But that's got us nicely back on track, that. Nicely back on track. 3-1 against Stevenage. And that's actually a really good result, because we've not been doing that well against relegation-threatened teams. Quite a few of the teams we played this season from the lower reaches have actually beaten us, and it's not been great at all, really. So that's a really good result, and we're in 11th place now. 29 played, 44 points. But the next game will be a real test, because we're now playing Chesterfield. And if we have a look, yes, they're top of the league by 5 points. So Chesterfield are going quite well at the moment. Just have a quick look at their schedule. I mean, you know, they had 2 defeats there. They got beat by Wickham and Rochdale, but then they have picked it back up again. So they beat Gateshead and Tranmere. So it won't be an easy game, this one. But anyway, you know, onward and upward again. We'll see you in the dugout for that one. Welcome back to Mill Farm. So we've got a home game today, tough home game against Chesterfield. And the team today is Chibwes in goal, back 4 of MacDonald, Simew, Wiggett and Gibbons. The 2 in the middle are Mundle and Williams, 2 wingers Kumas and Bailey, and the 2 striker system again is Jastrzemski and Charman. So we get the first highlight, Gibbons with the throw. Be a nice little test for us this, just to see where we're at. We're playing the top of the league at the moment, and they are top by 5 points. So they're actually doing really well, Chesterfield. Picked up by Wiggett. Bailey. Nice ball forward. I mean, I think Jastrzemski's offside there. Yeah, miles offside. But nice try. Nice try and well finished by Jastrzemski. So I think we have got a forward who can put the ball in the back of the net at this level. Jastrzemski again. What a lovely strike. Absolutely beautiful. So throw in from MacDonald, Kumas, Mundle in the box. Jastrzemski, a couple of strides and hits it really sweetly. 1-0. Extremely nice. So it's been a little bit of a lacklustre first half, although we are winning, so there's not been a great lot of highlights. Jastrzemski's going to take that down. Shame that, absolute shame. MacDonald into Simew, Mundle, Williams. Paul forward for Charman. Charman. Corner. Bailey to take the corner. In swinging to that far post. But this time Simew can't get his head on the ball. MacDonald. No, that fizzles out. So nothing. Chesterfield have a highlight. Over the top. That should be nice and easy for MacDonald. Mundle. Simew. Ball forward. That could have done with... No, we're just not picking that ball up. Heading wise, again, we're struggling with that, trying to get ahead on that ball when the ball's put forward. And Jastrzemski and Charman can both play target forward, so neither of them are shabby at heading a ball. We just don't seem to be able to pick that ball out when the ball's pushed forward. Okay, I'm going to say good first half performance, keep it up. They're all looking delighted. So we're doing very nicely against Chesterfield here. They've got an XG of 0.22. They've only had 4 shots, nothing on target as yet. Simew to play it out from the back. Matt Donald back to Simew. Hoofed ball through to nobody again. And they've got the equaliser. So that long ball again that actually hits nobody is proving our downfall once again. Okay, a couple of subs. I brought Wright Phillips on up front for Charman, and Bashiru, who can play as an inverted winger, I brought him on for Kumas, just see if we can inject a little bit more energy into the strike force. 10 minutes to play. Chesterfield have come back into the game, to be fair. Last 3 subs, I brought Davis on at the back, and Gower and Dixon Bonner have come on for some fresh legs in midfield. There's only a few minutes left in this game now, but let's see if we can snatch a winner. I mean, a 1-1 against Chesterfield is not a bad result. I'll take that all day long. So that's quite good going. I'm quite pleased with that. And we're going to give them, I have to sympathise with you. It's one of those days. And most of them seem to be okay. And with that result, we're still in 11th place now. 30 played, 45 points. So I'm reasonably happy with that. If we finish in 11th place this season, I think, first season in Sky Bet League 2, I think we'll have done all right. So 3 games today. We got knocked out of the FA Cup. But to be fair, Premier League team, not really too much disgrace there. We had a nice win against Stevenage, and then we drew with the top of the league. I mean, hopefully come this time next season, we'll be up there and we'll win games like that. But hello? Yes? Leighton Orient? Okay. You want to offer me a job interview? Well, I'm quite happy here at Fylde at the moment. Okay. Can I have a think about that? I'll be back in touch. All right. Thank you. Oh. A job interview with Leighton Orient? Do we think that's a good move? Well, Leighton Orient, that's a little bit out of the blue. They're in 18th place and they've got 36 points. I mean, the form recently has not been great. I think they fairly clear of the relegation area, but not very sure about this one. The Leighton Orient board have invited you to attend an interview with them as they wish to discuss with you the possibility of becoming their new manager. The board are very impressed with your great performance at AFC Fylde. Well, at least I've been recognised somewhere. Which is why we have identified you as one of our top candidates. One of the reasons the board have decided to offer you an interview is because they feel you would be an acceptable fit for the club's realistic vision for the future. The interview will give the board the opportunity to discuss their ambition and plans with you in more detail, and we can reinforce our belief in your suitability for the role. Although having said that, I'm not the leading candidate. Ben Garner at 4-1 is the leading candidate. And this is the job advert. So they're a 2-star reputation club. The finances are okay. The wage bill is 38,000. I'm on 50,000 here at Fylde. And training facilities are adequate. What do you think then? I kind of know what I think. I think it would be a backward step. I'm quite happy here at Fylde. I have been discussing through this episode, getting a little bit blocked now in advancing the staffing, getting a little bit blocked in advancing the quality of players that I want for my team. So I'm not saying I wouldn't be open to moving clubs, but I don't think Leighton Orient is the one to go for. I think it would be a backward step. We're above them in the league. We're doing a lot better than them in the league. I can see why they would want me. because my CV at the moment is looking very, very good. Back-to-back promotions, 2 FA Trophy wins. So I can see, but I think my ambition would be, it would certainly be higher than Sky Bet League 2. So I think I am going to turn that one down. Hello? Yeah, is that the chairman, Mr. Travis? Yeah, it's Gobby Gaffer here. You just rang me to offer me a job interview with Leighton Orient. Yeah. I've had a little think about it, and I think I'm going to decline your very kind offer at this moment in time. Okay. Well, thanks for thinking about me, and I hope you're successful in. Well, not too successful, because we are above you in the league. I know, yeah. So not too successful, eh? But, well, thanks very much anyway for the call. Thank you. Bye. Okay, well, first job offer. Let's hope there's a few more in maybe the Championship, because, like I say, I wouldn't be averse to moving club. My ambitions are quite lofty, and although I'm quite happy at Fylde at the moment, I wouldn't be averse to it. Stay tuned, because you never know what's going to happen. That came out of the blue, didn't it? Came out of the blue. You never know. Anyway, like I say, stay tuned. Next, I'm going to play a few games off camera now, and we'll be back with you very shortly.